Good morning. In this presentation, we are going to see how we can trade in MCX copper for this week. Before looking into that, let us see what happened in the past few days, because after a long time we are presenting this video presentation in this new year. So now let us go back and see what happened in copper market for the last few days. As you all know that the chart which you are viewing is an 1 hour chart. That means all the single candlestick here represents 1 hour. Whenever I place the cursor or any particular candlestick, you can see the date and time below. These vertical dotted lines indicates the price opening and closing for the respective days. So on 19th of the last month, so we were targeting selling. So here we left the presentations after making some profit in this selling. So we were targeting this 446. After the price breaking 446, you can see the date below, that was on 19th. After breaking 446, because the copper was really struggling to move higher, you can see the copper was really struggling to put something above 448. At last, after breaking 446 and staying below the average, the price dropped down very drastically. So it came down, but we know that there are few major zones in these price actions. That is 442, which we have marked it. So you can see after breaking 442, as I said, whenever I place a cursor, you can see the date below. That was on 7th of December. After the price breaking 442, it gave a very clear price action. You can see it went up till 450. So this was acting as one of the major support. So this was supporting the price to put something below 442, but also the copper was struggling to move above 446. So after breaking 442, the price broke 442. After breaking 446, the price broke 442 and it came down till 432. And the intermediate supports are 436 and 432. So we have this practice of marking these supports and resistance at regular time interval, because that will help us in the future. If you go back to the presentations when the price was trading around 436 and 432, you would have seen that we would have marked these supports and resistance earlier. And these supports and resistance continue to be the support and resistance in the future. That forms the basics of technical analysis. Now what happened after reaching 432? This was the area where we left the video presentations, because it was the end of the year. So we left it free. So from 430, the price gave a bounce back, and you can see it was majorly because of the profit taking. So it formed 436 as another support, and it's trying to climb higher, but it failed. So again it came down to 436, and now you can see how the price is taking some support around 436. Now you can see that the price is forming a support around 436. On 26, you can see exactly after the price opening. Here you can see the tiny candlestick that indicates the price opening. After the price opening, the price came down and tested this 436, and then it gave a clear price action. The high which was formed is around 440 in the intermediate days. So the price gave a closing. So you can see these vertical dotted lines indicates the price closing, and the closing was bit higher. But we all know that the major resistance is going to be 442, because it is staying in line with the average. So the average is near 442. So the 442 can act as a potential resistance, because it was acting as a potential support when the price was staying above 442. Now it should act as a potential resistance. Now we should see what is going to happen around 442. If the price is breaking 442, and if it can put a closing above 442, the thing should have reversed. Now let us see what happened after that. Now you can see that the price on this day of 28th of December, the price just opened above the average and took the resistance around 442. Let me enlarge the price scale. So it took the resistance around and the price came down. you can feel the pressure because people are expecting this 442 to be a great resistance. So that is the reason once the price enters the zone, there was a selling pressure, pushed the price below the average and it came down. But you can see it closed lower. It was not quite successful in breaking this 436 because this is actually the platform for buying. Now let us see that the next day, that is on 31st, the end of the year 2012, the price opened more or less within the average. Again it tested 442. So what it is really trying to do, it's trying to break 442, but again people find this 442 as a major resistance. Now we should see how long it is holding there. The next time also it's trying to break it, but it is a consolidation. But you can see at the end of the trading session in this new year, on this last year 2012, the price broke 442 and it stayed around 444 on first, that is yesterday. The price consolidated because we we don't expect to have a lot of movement during new year. Consolidated and closed around 443.7. So this is the entire price action we had in the last few days. Now what we can do today and for this week, we know that this 442 is going to be the key. So what we should do is that try to buy till 442 and place your stop loss below the average, which shows at 440.6. So it can be well placed around 440. So this is the strategy which we can follow, because technically saying the price struggled to break 442 but at the end it broke this 442 and staying above. Continuous higher closing and a closing above the entire price action which had. So it can put some buying pressure, having 442 as a major support and the price staying above the moving average. So everything shows that the price has got the potential to move higher. But be careful, if the price continuously fails below 442, then it is a bad news for buyers. So watch the price actions very closely around 442. So today's price opening is also expected to be more or less near the same zone of 443. So let us see what's going to happen during the trading session. There is no fear that we know the target 446 which we targeted earlier to get a huge profit by selling. So this is going to be act as a huge barrier, and the next resistance is going to be 452. So let us see what's going to happen during the trading session, and thanks a lot for watching our videos. Happy trading, take care, bye.